welcoming this beautiful week with this brand new podcast dropping into your ears. And I'm really looking forward to tapping into your biggest objections in business. Because if you haven't already guessed, they start with the stories that you tell yourself. I'm really going to go into what is such a primary foundational piece of when we get started, what we're focusing on. And this has to do a little bit with the law of assumption. If this is something new to you, I'm just going to high level be tapping into this. But I have no doubt, regardless of tuning into this episode, you're going to walk away feeling, even from a physiology standpoint, much more, I would say, expanded, taller, grander, and able to really witness how you can truly start to embody being the creator of your reality. Because we all have this potent, powerful ability to shift our reality when we really choose to be disciplined with our focus and intentions. So with that as well, I do just want to drop a very friendly reminder that this weekend concludes enrollment into my upcoming brand new offer, Wealth Recode. This is a 5-week online immersion for coaches to optimize their relationship with money, to recode safety for your next income level, and enhance your capacity to also just receive and sustain it. Within this immersion, you're going to learn how to have a deeper emotional intelligence around money, and you're going to learn to have a relationship with money that actually lights you up. No matter what your circumstance, you don't have to let your mind wander and let scarcity set in. This is truly a 5-week immersion of a place where we're going to expand into our power, a place of wealth, a place of magnetism, when we take the time to release, recode, and rewrite to be able to feel peace in our body so you can redefine that relationship and invite in your next level portal. This is unlike anything I offer because my other essentially business and mindset coaching packages, yes, they're very mindset based, but we're also very diligently looking at how you're positioning, the sophistication of your offer, no matter what the economic circumstance, and your marketing and your selling. So you can obviously have the impact with those that you are desiring to serve. This again is something that I'm actually not quite sure when I will have live and available within Wealth Recode again. But that being said, the next cohort of my 3-month mini mind for coaches who are stuck between 3 to 5K income months, desiring to reach and go beyond to reach potentially, if you desire, that 10K month, whatever success may look like and feel like for you. That cohort begins June 12th. And what I'm honoring within the investment in the tuition within Wealth Recode is you will be able to deduct that investment from the overall tuition within frequency for this next coming cohort. So again, if this is something that you have had seated on your mind, what a great opportunity at this point in time to jump in and be part of this 5-week immersion, which again, as much as we're focused around wealth, there is so much that will be able to extend and enhance the way that you facilitate and hold space as a coach and your client relationships, because this all stems with not only our own embodiment, but our self-leadership, the somatic piece within our own regulation and being able to remain grounded, even when circumstances and our external environment may be sending signals of a perceived threat. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I have the link in the bio. And now at this point, let's just jump into the episode right away. Welcome to the Living Connected podcast. I'm your host, Mallory Meyer. I'm a multi-six-figure online entrepreneur, founder of White Wolf Reiki, and creator of the Frequency Business Mastery School. I weave together the metaphysical with the science of the subconscious mind and timeless business principles to help you take your passion for serving and empowering others full time. I'm not just here to teach you how to build a profitable and aligned business, but to invite in more authenticity, awareness, clarity, and certainty in what, who, and how you serve. In return, to generate more sales as you cultivate greater confidence and wealth through deeper self-sovereignty and advocacy, inviting in a trauma-sensitive approach to protocols and processes in our marketing and selling as we honor each client's humanity in the process of living more connected. This podcast is here to connect you further to your self-mastery for business, your lifestyle, and of course, your mindset. Join me on my mission to uplift and elevate the collective to love and light. So like I mentioned in the beginning, our biggest objections in business are the stories we tell ourselves. Now, beyond just having our own brains having this negativity bias, we really need to bring in conscious awareness, choice, essentially what I like to call like anchors in our environment to guide us back to invite forward more predominant, serving, positive. And I say positive lightly because they're really statements and ways of which we can be guided to see and find evidence of what we are really wishing and desiring. So I'm going to give you some very tangible examples in this episode as to how a big objection can come forward from a story and how, again, that's mirrored in our reality, while also being able to witness what is the new belief, what is a new thought that I choose to bring forward instead, and how that can benefit you. So within the law of assumption, we're always talking about you are the creator. Essentially, again, high level with law of assumption, it's talking about how you are God, how you really have the ability to manipulate your reality. And it's very much like a childlike essence of play, of being able to witness how you can tap into that energy again because of this limitless reality that you have available in an extension of yourself to create. And since day one, not only for myself in starting my business back in October 2020, but also this has just been such a foundational pillar that at times I need to remind clients to come back to, because in the beginning, yes, of course, it's great, but within each new level, each new identity that we are tapping into to become, because there's always this kind of tango between who we're being and who we're becoming, we need to choose a new level of what we call your self-concept, your SC. So a self-concept can sound and look like, I am magnetic and I manifest all that I desire. I am appreciated. I am respected. I am sought after as a coach. I am protected and I am such a powerful healer and channel of the divine. There's just so many different avenues that you can take your I am statements. My success is absolutely inevitable in any way that I choose to show up. I cultivate clients that are ready to invest, that are ready to do the work. And there's just so many different, again, ways that we can tap into your I ams. But the more that we have this prominent, not only in our environment, but as our predominant thoughts as such, to guide us back when maybe something in our reality isn't necessarily happening as fast as we would like, we still get to choose. And we know that the more and more that we're giving this our attention, this is really where we start to recognize how our behaviors start to shift as well, how we're choosing to kind of use our voice, the feelings that we're even embodying on such a deeper level. Self-concept is such a critical part. And this is where I say within each level that you expand into, and right now, even for myself, as I'm growing to that next level, I'm choosing very different self-concepts than what I would have had when I first started my business. It could be something, maybe if I'm thinking about someone starting, it's I have a voice that's meant to be heard. I have a lot of trust in my services and in my gifts. Just something so foundational that gives you some unshakable, kind of the byproduct of what we're all doing when we're creating a business is having certainty and having confidence through the process, regardless of some of the things in our reality. But that just gets to be a mirror and reflection about what do I need to give my focus to, of whether it's healing, whether it's just acknowledgement and holding space for something deeper where there may be even energetically something unresolved. So there's such a beautiful area to witness here. within the stories that we're telling ourselves. So here is where we're getting into your biggest objection though with business. And specifically, I'm going to talk about some client stories that have appeared in the last week just because they are the most fresh and evidence for me to be talking about. So let's take, for instance, one here where you may be holding a belief and an objection that no one is investing in my offer because my marketing isn't clear. So this again comes back to, what are you choosing to believe? Now, of course, there's areas of which we can tweak and we can talk about how to pivot and tweak some of that marketing to make it clearer, because it might be truthfully a little bit fluffy. But at the same time, if you are feeling that my marketing isn't clear, what shifts when you put on the thought of, I am a clear marketer. I trust that my marketing lands with my ideal client, my best fit client. My clients understand exactly, and this isn't necessarily your self concept. I talk about different concepts with clients, but it can be like my clients deeply understand what I'm communicating because they're the best fit client with me. So you are a clear marketer. However, when you hold the thought of my marketing isn't clear, what you will likely notice is behaviors of spiraling, of whether it's comparison and checking on other people's posts to make yourself feel a little bit more perhaps judged and critical in your writing. You also may find yourself escaping into other things of consumption versus actually just writing the post and getting it out there for your client to receive. So there's so many different things that we can witness when we choose those thoughts, and really thinking about, again, you being fully booked, you having the high demand in your business, you being a clear marketer. What shifts? And one of the biggest things too is there's a lot of different examples here. So another one that I want to share with you as well is, I don't know if anyone wants this offer. Maybe I should create a smaller offer that gets to be more exciting. And what we explored within this client's objection was not only how can you fall back in love in a way of like recommitting to your offer, why is this specifically coming up? What makes you feel like something different would support them? But at the root of it all was actually a capacity component where they felt like they didn't have capacity to take on more into that one offer of theirs with their current schedule, and how to redefine and reframe that for them. So it wasn't necessarily that no one wanted to invest and that you needed another offer that maybe was a little less hands-on. It was really addressing at the root why you feel you don't have the capacity to hold more. And one of my favorites from the last week as well was, my offer is ready. However, I need to create my website, which is feeling very overwhelming, just to be able to have to articulate now my roadmap, my framework. And just getting curious again with this client around, well, what is this in comparison to? Who is this in comparison to? Recognizing the kind of pedestal of other coaches having websites for some, but for them, is that true that their most empowered client requires a website to say yes to them? If they are showing up, if they are connecting, if they are nurturing and just energetically extending themselves in such a beautiful light, how can that also be dissolved? And you get to get in front of the client that you are here to serve, because so deeply, it's all about, let's take away the noise. Let's take away, sure, a website's a nice to have in my eyes, but it doesn't dictate how you can sign a client. It's your belief, it's your energetics, and it's really, especially because predominantly, I would say 99% of my clients have a high ticket offer, that it really comes from connection to be able to convert and have this appear. I can truly keep going on with different big objections that could be preventing you from your next level success in business. And just one though, last one, before I offer you some journal prompts and reflection as well in this episode, is someone else that just brought forward a question about, should I be creating a low ticket offer now? Because within this economic recession, who wants to invest in a high ticket? And there is some massaging out with mindset that I'm looking at here, but even more so, the layer to which they have specialized in a very key way to create sophistication within their offer. So what I mean by this is, have they really distinguished their offer beyond a nice to have? How is their high ticket offer unlike not only just any other in the industry, but what tangibly gets to be brought forward? And even more so, I'll go back into why it's so valuable to have a clear market that you're delivering to, so you can really speak to that within your messaging and communication. So if you're indulging again in a thought of, well, we're in a recession, therefore no one can buy high ticket, that's a belief and an objection of your own story. How, again, is this high ticket offer is something that will transcend beyond the time and space with working with you, and what truly, beyond the emotional byproducts of, let's say, confidence that they get, certainty that they get, freedom that they get, what really gets to unfold here for them and not distract you from low ticket. To me, my content, this podcast, is essentially paid content in ways of which you're consuming for free. So the level of investment is just an entry portal to start to make forward, at least within more high ticket investments. And again, when we're talking about the self concept, there's also, again, one of the ones that I talk about too with clients is your client concept. So clients who are ready to invest don't indulge in a lot of the money drama. They know the return on investment. They know the commitment that they have to this arena of work and how so deeply that their medicine is needed in this world, and they're ready to just go all in. There's no ifs, there's no buts. This is a priority in their life, and this is why I am a sought after coach. So there's, again, so many beautiful angles that we can take forward within self-concept, within client concept, and even more that we do the work within. But it's so, so important to come back to and to really feel energetically within your body. So that being said, I invite you here to take a moment and ask yourself, honestly, what is your biggest objection in business right now? Is it that you're not a clear marketer? Is it that your clients don't want the offer that you're selling? Is it that you feel like no one has the availability to invest? Is it that another one that came up this week too is I need a bigger audience in order to make sales? These are all objections, and this is why it is so, so beautiful and important in my eyes to have a coach in your corner so you don't get caught in this, essentially almost in a way a paradigm that's not allowing you to break through that glass ceiling and really starting to accept the support that's available for you, that you're worthy of. So once you identify whatever that story may be, whatever that most, again, predominant thought is coming forward for you, just asking yourself, when did I decide to believe this? Because we've all chosen at some point in time, if you were to know, when did you decide this? And it's really at the end of the day, just acknowledging that, perhaps releasing it, doing some healing around it, recoding and reframing it. There's just various ways that we can look at that. But the biggest thing here that I want to leave you with, more so than anything, is to watch your words. Because your words, your thoughts, and your feelings create your reality. Those are the biggest objections that you have being mirrored back in your business. And more so than anything, something so simple right now in this marketplace as well is, well, I don't have the money. The universe will then say, if you insist, you don't have the money. Well, eating that burger, indulging in that pizza, I'm going to gain weight. That's unhealthy. If you insist, the universe will say, Watch your words, watch your thoughts. It's a practice, it's a process, and be gentle with yourself. This work, I really kid you not, is a non-negotiable in my business, whether it's through hypnosis, whether it's through the practices of regulation with the tools, the somatics, whether it's scripting. There's just so many different formulas that we can look at to apply this. And it's something that I'm so deeply passionate about because it's something that you get to walk away with as such a great resource. So from this episode today, come find me over on IG and let me know how it landed with you, one of your biggest objections in business that you've been holding on to. Also, if you do feel called to drop a comment, it really helps with visibility of this podcast, which I greatly appreciate, and would love to send you a free hypnosis on manifesting your reality. Just screenshot me the comment that you leave, and I'll have that directly delivered to your inbox. And last but not least, if of course you feel called to join us in Wealth Recode, I welcome you. I can't wait to support you starting again Monday, April 17th. I don't want you to miss out on this exclusive, never before seen, not only price, but live cohort to do this phenomenal work. Again, transcending beyond you to your clients for your own healing, lineage, and legacy. It is just going to be filled with so much beauty as I guide you through releasing, recoding and rewriting, redefining, reparenting, and last but not least, that 5th week, your next level portal. Have a gorgeous weekend, and we'll talk soon.